Hello fellow woodworkers and welcome to this week's edition of the Garage Workshop and my March workshop update. Roll the intro. Okay, so in this video I'm just going to go through a few things that I've been doing and I've got planned for the Garage Workshop, and then at the end I'm going to start a poll. By the time you've seen this video, the poll should be live. I want some advice on the future direction of the Garage Workshop. I've got a sort of important decision to make, and I'd really like to get your guys' comments and feedback on what you think I should do. But as usual in my workshop updates, we're going to start with the things that I've been watching this month. Okay, so to start this month, I want to bring you my roundup of things that I've been watching on YouTube. If, like me, you watch a lot of YouTube videos, there are fantastic numbers of really good woodworking YouTube channels that range from the complete novice, like me, all the way through to some state-of-the-art workshops with some absolutely amazing woodworkers in them. So, a few that I've been watching recently, I'm going to bring your attention to now. And the first one is Pask Makes. Now, you may have seen this woodworking channel. It's very popular. It's got over 1 million subscribers and it is an absolutely fantastic channel. But this is not just a channel for the woodworker. There's lots of metalwork that's done on this channel. There's lots of CNCing, lots of making tools, lots of making things. It's not a woodworking only channel, but some of the things on here are absolutely quality. And what I really like about this, apart from the very easy occasional sort of offhand style of the presentation and the commentary, a lot of the projects on Pask Makes, the things that you can have a run at if you're just an ordinary common or garden woodworker like myself. And actually I've seen a few of Pask's projects and I've sort of dumbed them down a bit for my level so I'm able to do them, but it is a really good channel. There's over 230 videos on there now, and I do suggest if you have a look, go all the way through the back catalogue. One of the first videos that I watched from him was making chicken coop, and it actually helped me when I made my chicken coop. It's a really fantastic channel. I'm pretty sure he's set in Australia, but it's an absolutely amazing channel. And if you're looking for a different project, or if you're not just looking at woodworking and you're looking at other things, give Pask Makes a shout. Really worth it. Okay, the next channel that I've been watching a lot recently is Drew Builds Stuff. Again, a really interesting channel. And Drew, I believe Drew is Canadian. He's either American or Canadian, and he makes some absolutely awesome projects. And he's one of those ones where I was watching another YouTube video, and video by Drew just happened to sort of drop in to my view list, that good old algorithm, and I watched it and I was hooked. I think they're absolutely brilliant. He builds campers for his bicycle, for his snowmobile, but he also builds really interesting projects. The one that I really like, he's made a full-size, life-size gaming simulator for his room. He built the entire thing out of wood, and in a modern age of really expensive, plastic gaming chairs, he built his purely out of wood. And the 3-window wall in his house, he bought 3 massive TVs and constructed a lovely wooden framework to put them in. Absolutely brilliant and a really nice level of skill. But I wouldn't say this is a channel just for the mega experienced woodworker. Quite a lot of his projects are things that you can do or adapt yourself, and he does focus not just on the building but on the skills involved. I've really enjoyed watching Drew's videos, and again, he's got a very easy sort of occasional style to his presentation, so he doesn't talk too much like I do. It's not a lot of fluff like I do. It's a really good channel, and if you've got a spare 10 minutes and you're looking for something new, give Drew a look. The next channel, and I'm going to admit it, I've become a bit addicted to this channel, and it's DIY Perks. Now, this channel is not just woodworking, I will say that straight up. There are loads of different projects on there. Projects from making an PS5 out of copper, all the way through to building a desk that's got a computer in it, but they're not all techie. There's quite a few other projects on there that are very woodworky based. And what I like about the channel, and Matt in particular, is he's got an incredibly easy style. He talks through everything in an incredibly high amount of detail, but in a way that you can understand. And a couple of my particular favourites, as I said, when he built a computer in a desk, I really liked that one. But the building the DIY submarine, which was the last video I watched, that was just phenomenal. So if you're in the mood for a sort of different type of project, one for you. But there's also some really good videos that are quite functional. And one of the things I want to do in the garage workshop coming up is to make my own LED light. And Matt's got a video on his channel about how to do that. And his videos cross over. There's a bit of metalwork, there's a bit of electrics, really good. But if you are going to go onto his channel, the other one that I suggest you watch is the storage system he made for a reviewer, a phone reviewer who's got thousands of phones. And Drew makes this incredible storage system. Sorry, Matt makes this incredible storage system. So have a look. Really, really good channel. And that's Matt's channel, DIY Perks. The next channel is a slightly different one for me, and this is Woodworking Craftsman. It's one of those videos that you sometimes see as a YouTube short or on Facebook where there's not a lot of commentary. In fact, there's virtually no commentary. It is just literally a craftsman building, and it's set in Asia. It's one of the Asian woodworking videos. It is amazing the things that this guy does, particularly as he doesn't seem to use a huge amount of tools, but the things that he builds and the quality of what he makes is absolutely brilliant. And I know there's a lot of these videos floating around, but actually the Woodworking Craftsman channel is well worth looking at, particularly if you want to see some of the bigger projects, but also some very simply made things done in a really nice way. So Woodworking Craftsman is my next channel recommendation. And for my next recommendation, I'm coming a lot closer to home than Asia, and it's Phil Wyatt's project. Now, Phil is obviously based in the UK. It's got a really, really nice base, his channel. He's got about 16,000 subscribers, I think. And his video projects are really, really good. There's different things about tools, tool reviews, building things, very much like my channel, obviously not as polished as his, but a really, really nice mixture. As I said, it's an English channel, so a lot of the things that you see in it are things that you can get and use if you're in the UK. If you're based abroad, it's just nice to see how things are different. A couple of videos that I would really, really recommend. The DIY wood scrap storage bin was a really, really nice one. And also, he's got a really good video on table saw blades for beginners. Well worth watching. So, a really, really good YouTube channel, Phil Wyatt Projects. The last channel I'm going to recommend to you this week is Jason Bent's Woodworking. Again, about 180 odd thousand subscribers, so quite a big channel and some really, really lovely video. And what I like about Bent's Woodworking is he goes into sort of different videos that aren't just about building. It's about the thought behind creating, how we build things, what we should think about, and how we do it. A really, really nice channel. He's built up quite a good backlog now of videos. There's 167 videos on there, and it's full of tips and hints and things to do. So if you're a novice woodworker in particular, you can pick up a lot from this. But if you're a more experienced woodworker, I also think there's a lot in there. So a really, really good, highly recommended Bent's Woodworking channel. Just one more video to bring your attention to. This is a channel that I've mentioned many, many times before. It's Jason Hibbs's Bourbon Moth woodworking channel, which I know you've heard me talk about. A fantastic channel. It's one of the channels that I literally wait every week for Jason to drop a new video. This week's video is really, really interesting, and I've suggested you look at this video just because I think it's something that as woodworkers we all need to be aware of. And the video is titled, "I tried to burn down my shop. This video will save your life." I'll put a link in the description to this one. And the reason why I think this is so important is Jason does a scientific test in this video, and he starts with a story about how one of his woodworking buddies' shop caught on fire, and it was a fire that started in the bin. And the only thing that was in the bin was some linseed oil rags that he'd been using on a project. So Jason then decides to try and see if he can recreate that and get rags to spontaneously combust. You will be absolutely shocked at what Jason finds out about the amount of linseed oil rags just left in a bin that spontaneously combust and start fires. All woodworkers should watch this video. It's really, really interesting. So whether you use linseed oil or not, it is well worth a look. It could save your workshop, you never know. So please check it out. It's a really great video. Okay, so I just want to review some of the projects that I've got coming up on the Garage Workshop over the next few weeks. March has seen me produce quite a lot of smaller things. You'll have seen my videos recently. One on my storage for my clamp, which went down really well, very highly viewed video. Also, I've had my push stick, which I made, and then my most recent video this week, which dropped on Monday, where I made a box for my sandpaper disc. So it's been a busy month. Obviously February and March sort of merged into one for me, and there's been a lot of smaller projects, but I now want to work on some bigger projects. My two main projects coming up are, number one, I want to do something about my miter saw station. As I mentioned previously, I'm not happy with it. It's not user-friendly. It's not giving me the storage that I need. And I just think I need to take a step back and rethink that. So that's going to be a major project, and that's probably going to be split over a couple of videos because that's going to be quite a lot of work. I'm just waiting now to save up to afford to be able to buy a piece of hardwood plywood to make it, because we all know about the price of wood. The second one is my garden gate is giving up the ghost. So I've already bought the wood for this. I bought the wood actually quite a long time ago, and I've let it seasoned in the house and in the garage to dry it out. When I bought it, it was literally dripping with water. So making a new back gate is also another project that's coming up. But I am in a phase of redeveloping the workshop. As you'll have seen from my videos, I'm changing storage and different things, and I've got a different plan in place for the whole of this area here. So that's also going to be an upcoming project. But I have got a few little ones coming up, and I have got a few tool review videos coming up. And as you know, coming into spring and now summer, we're officially in summer, there's a lot of Aldi and Lidl special buys that will be coming up with a range of tools, so I'll be reviewing some of those. I'm also going to buy some other tools as well that I'm going to review. And as I said in last week's video, I'm hoping that next week's video, our 10-minute tool review, is going to be a very, very special one, so please make sure you tune in for that. So a range of projects coming up, some bigger ones, some smaller ones, some more storage ones, lots to keep in touch with on the Garage Workshop. And finally, back to what I said at the beginning of the video. I want to have a little think about how the channel is working and how it's going. The channel has now reached about 870 subscribers, and I'm really keen to push to 1,000. But I also know that the content that I'm making is not sustainable long term. Producing a video each week is actually quite time consuming. I work full time like many of you, and I'm fitting in doing videos in the weekends and in the evening, and with the editing it takes quite a lot of time. So I'm launching a poll, which should be out at the time this video is, about how you see the future direction of the channel. I can keep going as I am, knowing that some of the projects are going to be smaller and they're going to take less time to produce, or I can shift the time of my videos. At the moment, I produce a video every week. I could push that to every 10 days or possibly every 2 weeks, and that would give me more time to focus on the quality of what I'm building. So that's a choice that I would like you to give me your advice on. So if you wouldn't mind just going to the community tab and filling in a poll, do you think I should keep to the projects and drop a video every week? Or would you continue to watch and be happy if the period between the videos was a bit longer to allow for A, more quality, and B, a better product range for me to make? That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm really keen to keep the 10-minute tool reviews going. I review all of the new tools that I buy, but when you look across my videos, they generally don't do as well as my build videos. So again, in the comments, I'm not going to run a poll for this one. In the comments, just tell me, give me your feedback. Should I continue to do the 10-minute tool reviews, or would you not? Or would you like me to do other things? The channel is open for your suggestions and your feedback. So please drop me a comment if there's something you think you'd like to see me do, or something that you wouldn't like to see me do. The choice is yours, and it would really help me decide where I'm going. Okay, thanks very much, fellow woodworkers, for joining us on this quick March update on the Garage Workshop. And just another reminder, this will be the third one in this video, Please tune into next week's video. I've got something hopefully special that's coming up, which I really think will be worth watching. If this is your first time at the Garage Workshop, thank you so much for watching this video. Please can I ask you to subscribe, like, comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. If you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for your continuing ongoing support. It means a huge amount to me. And please can I ask everybody watching this video to put the channel out there, mention it in comments, in other woodworking channel videos. Let's see if we can get this channel to 1,000, which will be an absolute milestone. Have a fantastic week, fellow woodworkers. I'll catch you next week.